he's mowing him down right now.
Yeah.
Your buddy's gonna be mad at you.
I already texted him earlier. I'm like, yeah, I should have had you make that
we're
bet.
back live.
I noticed we were off last little bit. I was like, what's going on here? I think Peyton had to start here.
He did. How's the bullpen been for the Sox? I've always known that with like Aaron Bummer. For a while they had Colome, a few other really good guys with some nasty stuff. How's it been this year?
You know, I think coming into the season there was a lot of hype. Like it was definitely I think the strength of the team, but I've got to say it's probably been the most disappointing part of the team, especially throughout the early part of the season. I think it's been better recently. Bummer's been a lot better. Hoyer's been a lot better. Liam was getting super unlucky with the home runs, but yeah, now their Sierra as a team out of the bullpen is 10th in the league, which is still great, but I think this bullpen had like best bullpen in the league aspirations, and I think they can still get there.
Yeah.
Hendricks is so good.
I remember facing the Sox in the 2020 wildcard series, and their bullpen was really good, aside from the Game 3 meltdown.
That was horribly planned by the manager. I'll give the benefit out there. But either way, I mean, as far as the bullpen goes, you've got a lot of young arms in here. A lot of them are actually on like team controlled or arbitration. The only people on a contract is like Bummer and Hendricks in this bullpen as far as the contract. Each one is either pre-arb or not even an ARB yet on this roster. So it's a lot of homegrown or guys acquired from organizations like Marshall who've come from other organizations. Whereas it's a very young bullpen. Guys like Foster and Hoyer were new last year, and they're one of the best bullpen arms in the American League. This year, having struggles because they're young and they haven't been the major, and they have to adjust because they faced a lot of central teams, and they're now taping on these pitchers a lot now, and they have to adjust. They're young; they have to learn how to up their pitches and change things up just so they can stay effective. Crochet had a velocity dip this year too, and he's back from the IL stint.
I remember it was a forearm thing that took him out of the game. Last year in the playoffs.
He had some tightness. But Kopech, I think, has been the one who's been the most consistent of all the arms. Obviously, he's a spot starter now, too, but he's been the one guy who has not been bad out of the... Everyone's gone through their lulls. But I think, like Luke said, it's now starting to round out where everyone's getting better. There's been some dips in there, but we're rounded to form at this point, I would say.
It's been a crazy good game for Rondon so far. I don't think he hasn't walked anybody yet, and he's got 11 strikes through 5. Crazy good, especially against a pretty good Yankees offense, even despite the injuries they've dealt with.
Yeah, no, this is definitely. I mean, I think he's looked better tonight than he did during his no-hitter. Yeah. That slider is really working for him tonight.
Gardner not thrilled.
What are some major games going on? Tampa Bay's playing Toronto right now.
Yeah,
that should be interesting. Twins, Cleveland.
How's that going? How's that
let me
going?
Check.
Actually, I'm pulled up some. I'm just going through this.
It is
nothing.
tied
Twins in the
in
fourth.
Randy Domnack is
I mean-
facing. No, why the stream was just bad. It's not tied at 0. It's 10-0 Twins.
Yeah.
I'll take it. I mean, obviously, I'll root for the Twins because they're so far behind. I'll take it if we can score some runs, but,
The
Twins.
Twins knocked out. In the Matt only, so pretty good explosion for the Twins right now.
Yeah, that offense has it's been one of the best in the league, even though they're not getting the results. The pitching has just been terrible.
Haven't been able to, consistently keep together multiple seasons in a row.
this pitch count is not even that high for Montgomery. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, no. They've been swinging.
Oof, they slammed Patrick with 2 errors for that one play. They gave him a fielding
gave him
error
one
and a
first,
throwing
yep.
error.
Wow. I wouldn't have thought they'd give him one on that first one. Salt to the wound.
I'm just glad it hasn't hurt them, as far and that play didn't hurt them. Rodon pitched around it, so that's the one thing I'm not going to get too upset about it. So
Yeah,
Yep.
the way
No harm.
the way things are going, it's going to be a struggle to string together runs here.
Yeah.
Pitch count it.
I think it's like mid
It's not
80s.
too high. I think he is at 84. That thing, that error by Madrigal really did hurt his pitch count, though. He was at 30 entering the inning and left at 50.
you say as 84.
Yes.
Not great, but not terrible.
Montgomery, on the other hand, he's worked a relatively efficient game. He's at a nice pitch
And like I
count
said, the
of
pitch count's low.
69 through 5
very
and a
nice.
third.
Like I kept saying multiple times, I'm always concerned about Strug as a left-handed pitcher right now. So it's like the Yankees have tape on us how to pitch to us for some reason, which is, that's what I'm seeing.
So I know Madrigal, Vaughn, and Kopech, as well as Crochet, have been really the headliners for the White Sox farm system recently. Is there anybody else you two are fond of? Is there any other high-ranked prospects in the Sox system you want to give a little shine to?
I think one guy who's super underrated is Andrew Dalquist. He's a pitcher, 20 years old. He's an A-ball right now. I think he'll probably start to climb up prospect rankings over the next couple of years. Hopefully up within like the next 2 years. I'd say him and Tyler Johnson. I imagine Tyler Johnson sees some playing time this year. Or two.
Yeah, rough spring training.
Yeah.
Yeah, the majority of our top prospects are in low A Kannapolis. So guys like Benjamin Bailey, who's a pretty touted outfielder. Jose Rodriguez is a big shortstop down there as well too, who's been pretty highly touted. And then Dalquist, Thompson, like Luke said, Kelly was a big part of the draft we had this year. Or double off the wall from Makata. That'll start it off. Yeah, Kannapolis is where a lot of our talent is. There isn't really much. There isn't really much in the other levels. There's some other prospects, but most of them ones that have been underperformed are in Charlotte, Gavin Sheets, Jake Berger's playing baseball again. He's been, had 2 ruptured Achilles, so he's finally playing again. Bamberg, Stever, some of our pitchers in Charlotte as well, and some relievers like, Tyler Johnson, Zach Birdie. So for the most part, those are the kinds of names kind of a watch in the farm system for the most
Jordan, I
part.
have a question for you. I have a question from Connor Egan in Hot Mic. Why is Blake Rutherford the future of the White Sox?
I don't know if you heard me earlier how I slandered him pretty badly. I do think at some point it's going to be either him or Sheets who gets a shot up here if the Sox need the help. But these guys, like I said, these guys have not played minor league baseball in a year and a half, and these guys also did not hit in Birmingham, and that's what I was saying before. It's really hard to hit in Birmingham. You can't hit in Birmingham. You can't hang in the majors usually. And then you go to Charlotte where the ball is possibly different there, juiced, and it's a very easy park to hit. You're going to hit in Charlotte. If you don't hit in Charlotte, I don't know what's wrong with you. So
I don't think I
Sheets
can.
looks like looking at general league numbers, he looks like he's hit pretty well at all levels.
Yeah, I think Sheets might get called up here
Sure,
within the
got
next.
less than 20% of the time his Double A hit 16 home runs.
Yeah.
Pretty good. That double by Moncada, I believe, it's the first extra base hit of the game, and just the sixth. Yeah, just the sixth hit of the game in general. First extra base hit, the first extra base hit, sixth overall hit.
Akai is really coming into his 2019 form. I mean, the power isn't there yet, but he's been really hitting the ball very hard, and he also set a record recently for most likely games for walk and a hit in a game. So if he doesn't get a walk, it's going to ruin that streak. But I mean, he had an early start when he was batting fourth, where he struggled a lot. But I think he's starting to really come into his 2019 form for sure. Right now, he's starting to really get some good swings on the. His on base percentage is really high too.
I hadn't realized until really the beginning of this year that how hard he does hit the ball. I didn't realize he was really sort of in the upper echelon of that. And that explains his whatever. It's 500.
2020 killed him because
yeah. 2020 is a bit of a wash though because he got hit pretty hard by COVID, right?
Yeah, he had COVID. He never recovered from it, and that's what really hurt him. So
yeah, I think it's more than fair to sort of not worry, not put too much stock into those numbers.
So the Yankees, they have the top of the order coming up against Rondon. Rondon's at 84 pitches, like we said before. Looks like it's time to get the bullpen up and running. Could you? We got 2 White Sox fans in the call. What's the White Sox fans? Who do they want up?
I want to see Kopech here. I think big spot, and he's been our best reliever. He's been our best pitcher in general. I think on a rate basis. I'd want to see like 2 innings of Kopech here.
I think Rodon's gonna get at least 1 more inning, depending on how he looks. I mean, the Roos has been known to ride on the stars a little bit. They've had thrown a lot. They've had about 5 or so 110 pitch counts this year, which is a little concerning. But I mean, but either way, I mean, I I agree with Luke. I would say Kopech or Crochet would be a good part. I mean, Kopech probably better because the righty, so probably be a better choice there. But I could definitely see Ursa having a Hoyer or Marshall warming up at some point. But I mean, injury right now, so they can definitely throw Kopech in there. But we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I think Foster might be the favorite to come in just because we're really low too much.
Honestly,
out of Kopech and Hendricks, any White Sox relievers that go multiple in?
would say Crochet.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. Is he still in the bigs?
yes,
He is.
he has to go down. He had a IL. He just came to an IL. So,
I hadn't heard about him this year. That's why I thought he was back in the minors.
well, his velocity, yeah, that's kind of where he hasn't thrown 100 miles per hour really once all year. His velocity is like 97, 98. He was throwing 102 when he came up, though. But I think that's by design. They want him to hold the year. He's in his first full season, so I think that by design a little bit. So, but 21 years old, I wouldn't really consider him. He's very, yeah. I mean, he's very lucky he worked out. I mean, I was with the Birmingham. I would not be surprised if he was put this year. No, that's the single thing. But,
So Charlotte is the Triple H team.
yeah, I mean, obviously maybe a little bit lower even on. If sorry, might have to go to low levels of his room. If they want to I said it was the same because he might have to go somewhere with room for a start. So,
yeah.
But I mean, he's 20 years old. He's kind of lucky to be where he's at. But injuries he's Friday and we're need the extra left in the bullpen.
I think he proved last year. He deserves this.
Yeah, I mean, he's a major league ready arm. I just was not. I wouldn't have been upset or surprised if he got sent down if they had the depth. But I'm all for him being up as long as he's producing.
Yeah. I think it's important that they try to develop him into a starter before they just accept that he's a reliever.
Yeah. I mean, the fastball's obviously the headliner when it comes to Crochet. How's his secondary stuff?
It's good. The slider's great, and then the changeup he throws like 90, 92.
91.
Yeah. So, and yeah, they're obviously not as good as the fastball, but they're premium secondary pitches.
So Rondon, he is at 12Ks now, and that made his second 12K game this season, just behind Bieber, DeGrom, and Nicole, who all have 3.
I think they said he just ties his career high on broadcast, if I caught that correctly. So, K he'll be at a career high.
He's got to face Aaron Judge to do it, which is scary.
I think if he keeps on this pace, I think he'll get one more inning, honestly. I think the Rooster will ride him for like at least 7 if he keeps up this pace.
Yeah, I think
92 now, right? If I'm saying that correctly.
Yeah, I mean, he's not walking anybody. I mean, I think he'll definitely go one more inning.
Anybody this game.
Yeah, I think he'll if he gets through this last batter, I think he'll be able to go another inning or at least about go another inning.
Yeah.
His velocity is still his slider looks good.
Yeah, he's thrown the slider a lot. Changeup not so much, but the slider's been working really well for him this game.
And that's his wipeout pitch. If it's that's his pitch.
Go-to.
It's always been his go-to. Just that this year working with cats, it's really been a huge for him.
Just threw it there for strike 2 on Judge.
Yeah, I'm really liking the mix because he's been pretty good at keeping that fastball high, and it feels like that. It seems like that slider's been pretty pinpoint down and into righties.
Yeah,
And he got it. And as expected, it was the slider again.
Did he K Judge?
He did.
Back foot slider.
13.
Yeah.
Jesus. Because I have Savant up, and that's still a little bit behind too. So,
Jordan, I think you lost a friend here in the process. Tom, with your betting advice.
I told him to take the K one. He's like, he's going to win money regardless, but he's not get the boost. So
Not as much.
I've been friends with this kid since college, and he's also invited to my wedding next week. So I think he's okay.
Your wedding.
Congrats on the wedding.
Yeah, congrats.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I think he's just fine. I think I threw a few bets in this game, and I don't think I'm hitting anything I really put through. So,
What'd you pick?
There was a boost on Yerman hitting a homer tonight. There was a prop for Tim Anderson and LeMahieu to get hits tonight that hasn't hit. So, those are. I mean, obviously I bet them to win the game, so that hasn't came around yet. So, either way,
You still got time. There's hope to be had.
Tim Anderson's 0 for 13 his last 13 plate appearances. So
Interested to see how Montgomery does. They got White Sox got the middle of their order coming up: Mercedes, Garcia, and Vaughn.
I don't know why Garcia's in the middle of the order, but it's fine. Either way.
I've always been sort of intrigued by Montgomery and just like his profile, because like he's been a solid major league starter, but he just like feels like oppressively average. Like I don't know. He's probably an above average starter.
Below average, but I might have been confusing him with J Happ. To be fair.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, there's value in that, but I don't know. He's an interesting one.
Yeah.
yeah, he's really surprised me this year. He's been pretty stellar, and I kind of assumed he would be like an average number 3, but he's been killer.
Yeah, because the Yankees in 2020 they had their pitching struggles outside of Cole.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I think like the biggest problem
in the pen, Luke. So your prediction / hope came true.
That's good to see. Yeah, I think he's the guy you want to go to right now.
Was Kopech warming?
He is.
He is.
They'll show it on the broadcast in a second.
I just saw him. Yeah, good choice, Tony.
Yeah.
Honestly, Tony's handling of the bullpen has gotten better. It was kind of iffy to start the season, but it's gotten better, honestly. He's been better with the bullpen.
I'd agree. I think especially during that Angels series, it was quite questionable, but I think now that he kind of has a better feel for each guy out of the bullpen.
Yeah, I mean, you got to give him benefit of doubt. He doesn't know these players. You know, spring training is one thing, but he's got to learn the roles and what these guys are good at. And then obviously people jump on his lineups, but he puts these guys in there, you know, Leary and Lamb and Collins a lot early in the year. And he wants these guys to be able to come through in spots and also keep his starters fresh. And I understand why he's doing that, because when Lamb has gotten opportunities produced, and Leary's trying to come around too, and Hamilton's also been here and there. But so I get why he does weird lineups, because he wants to keep everybody fresh. So, because putting a cold bat in the line doesn't really help. But
Ian Grandal and Lamb could theoretically pinch hit for Garcia.
Tony did not pinch hit Grandal.
Tony does not pinch hit really. Even when the game is close, he does not pinch hit very often. He kind of believes in the guy. If you're not playing, you're not playing. So,
I kind of feel like Garcia has been on the White Sox for like 15 years.
Longest tenure White Sox, yeah.
Is he?
Yeah, he is. He's been there since 2014?
Yep, the White Sox win. The White Sox have won the Alex Rios trade. He was the big piece that came back from Texas. So, and the Alex Rios trade.
Yeah.
There's a blast in the past name for you guys.
Garcia,
When I first-
I get him and Mendick are like the same player in my brain.
They are. Yeah, well, Mendick just started playing outfield, but they are utility players for sure.
Yeah.
But Leary's a switch hitter. He can hit from both sides of the plate. He's not a very good hitter, but he can hit from both sides.
He can stand in there.
Gives you some versatility that way. Montgomery is 1 out away from going 7 strong. It's probably the first time he's done that all year.
I see Rodon have a hoodie on. That's kind of a sign he might be done.
Yeah, I noticed that too, but he had that on like in between innings, like an inning or two ago as well. So
yeah,
okay.
just to keep his arm warm. I wouldn't take it.
Yeah, possibly.
Too much.
Okay.
The fact that Kopech was warming up at the beginning of the inning makes me think maybe.
Yeah, that's probably more of an indicator.
I'm really stunned with lack of offense from the Sox. I'm stunned, honestly. I know I brought up a bunch, but I'm stunned.
There's been more bad defense than good offense in this game.
Yeah.
I mean, the offense has been not to speak of, really.
Yeah, Yankees just contributed to the
bad collision. Oh, Vaughn! what a horrible defensive play there. Yeah. No one called for the ball. It was very catchable.
It's Andujar in left
you'd be
field.
surprised it involved Andujar.
Yeah.
What was the XBA on that thing? I want to see.
0.11.
110. Like 110 expected batting average on that play. Are you kidding me? And Duhart, do not play outfield ever again. He's jumped in front of Gardner. He just jumped in front of Gardner. My God.
Yeah.
That's a tough one.
That was a very.
Looks like the Yankees might be going to the bullpen now. Jonathan Losiglia was warming up.
Interesting call.
No, they're keeping Montgomery in, it looks like. To face Zach Collins and Danny Mendick. Actually, no, Yasmani Grandal is pitch hitting for Zach Collins.
Oh, wow, that's big.
I'm actually proud of LaRussa here for doing
Me
that.
too. I was
showing a lot of growth.
I was thinking that there was no chance that was going to happen, but I was praying.
I mean, Grandal has not. His batting average is something to be desired. I mean, obviously, I'm not a big batting average fan. I look at on base a lot more. I look at batting average, but I mean, he can definitely. You gotta look for a hit here. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's not like if he.
I wouldn't be looking to walk here with Mendick up. So.
Danny Mendick behind him.
I would not be looking to walk here. So Grandal should be swinging this bat for sure.
I mean, he is.
So, Mr. was,
Montgomery's reached double-digit strikeouts already. He has 10 right now. Chance to get 11 right here. I gotta imagine that would be a career high for Montgomery. Not a lot of interdivisional matchups going on today. There's he got strikeout number 11 against Grandal. 3 straight swinging strikes from Grandal. There's not too many, as I was saying, there's not too many interdivisional matchups. Like only half the league is doing it. There's Minnesota, Cleveland, Mets, Marlins, Brewers, Red Sox, Brewers, Reds, Pittsburgh, Atlanta. All right, now that I'm looking at it more, I take everything back. Yeah. Whoops. Mets, they've been quite a surprise. At least, I don't think them being in first place is too big of a surprise, but the fact that they're in first base right now, despite the way the offense has performed, is a bit of a surprise.
Yeah, I was really high on them coming into the year, and
Yeah.
they've
I
been
think I've predicted the Mets to win the East since 2018. Every year I choose them to win, and now it's finally looking like a good choice.
Oddly enough, I kind of thought, like, going into the year, I was pretty big on their lineup. And the rotation, obviously, DeGrom is otherworldly, but it seemed like really shallow because once you got past, I mean, it depends what you think of Stroman and Walker, but once you get past those two and DeGrom, it was pretty questionable.
Got Carrasco.
Yeah, but Carrasco, it was spring training. He got hurt, right?
Yeah.
I don't think he pitched in the game.
fully healthy though. That rotation is
Right.
top.
Scarf, he's getting closer and closer to coming back. I think he threw a bullpen or something recently.
Yeah, that'll be big once they get him back.
Any other matchups today you guys want to keep an eye on?
I think Tampa Bay, Toronto's the really good one.
Marquee? Yeah.
Dodgers Giants later on.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's gonna be fun. Alex Wood revenge game.
The world famous Alex Wood revenge game.
Yeah.
It's the top of the fourth in. Well, it's not top of the fourth in Toronto. It's top of the fourth in Florida. Toronto leads 4-2.
As of today, Guerrero was our F4 leader for the year.
Yeah, he's been really good. Finally hitting fly balls.
Yeah.
He hit another one today.
Did he?
Yeah.
Good for him.
He was my MVP pick coming into the season, so I'm pretty proud of what he's doing.
Beautiful.
Okay, so we got
looks like
quick in the game right now.
Is coming in, yeah. So it was a very good start for Rondon. 6 innings, 13 strikeouts, which is big, but also only 2 hits all game, no walks, which I think the no walks is the most impressive thing.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised that we're down to that pitch to 7th, but I'm not going to complain who he's going to. So if they pull Montgomery, maybe we'll have better luck against the bullpen. So
yeah, looks like I'm pretty sure Montgomery's day is going to be done.
I would imagine so. Yeah.
Yeah.
I would hope so. We need to see another arm out of the pen to get us onto this offensive. Right.
So yeah, Grandal's also in as catcher too, which is important to note.
Yeah, we don't really have a third catcher to bring in. We're not going to put Mercedes behind the plate, so.
That was like originally his, like, why he was on the roster, right? It was as a third catcher.
I think he made the roster because of Eloy being hurt. They cut Jonathan Lucroy, who was in the organization, who was probably would have gotten a chance if Eloy didn't get hurt, but they wanted to have as many hitters as they could in the lineup, so they had Eloy. They had Mercedes take the team, and what's his face? La Russa went to him in the second game, and he had a 4-hit game for his career, and he's been in the lineup ever since.
Yeah.
Who's on the Yankees bench? Who could potentially pinch hit? There's Ford, Frazier, Higashioka, and Wade. So not a lot of good options, really.
No.
Like maybe you get Frazier or Wade or Ford to hint for Andujar, but I don't really think there's a really
missing
good
Hicks,
option.
missing Hicks, Lamar, Frazier, and Stanton. It's been they're kind of a loss for some options there.
Hicks is up for some pretty serious wrist surgery now, right? I believe.
Yeah, unfortunately.
He's missed a lot of time in his Yankees career. Good pickup for you guys, away from Minnesota or something.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. But every time he gets going, he just gets really hurt.
Yeah. They'll probably be in the market
Pretty
for an
ru-
outfielder
pretty
at the
rough
deadline.
week for center fielders. Trout also went on the IL for 6 to 8 weeks, unfortunately.
Yeah, I saw
Such a-
some rumblings about Delon Shields was an option for the Yankees.
Yeah. I saw that.
The Rangers prospect. He was part of the Corey Kluber trade
Yeah.
from the Indians to the Rangers. And then maybe they should have kept Mike Talkman around.
Yeah.
That
Seriously.
trade's looking a little bit costly for them right now. They could have used them.
Yeah, I'd much rather have Talkman than Andujar out there.
Oh yeah, after seeing that play, my God, that's worse. I would say that's even worse than Madrigal because he didn't block a fielder.
Yeah, I mean, it seemed like Andujar's was more of a mental error than anything.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I know
Well,
aside
the
from
two.
they both were mental errors.
I mean the two. I mean,
Magical just rushed the throw for no reason.
Also
Yeah.
true, yeah.
but you don't run in front of a. I mean, I don't know how much Gardner called that ball, but to get in front of him like that was not a recipe for success.
Torres has been a bit worrisome this year, if I'm being honest.
Yeah.
He's like not hitting the ball hard like at all, and because every projection system like Zips is like super high on him.
Yeah.
Like they had him as like improving for the next like 6 years, like exponentially, and I mean it's still early, but a tad
He's
worrisome.
really young. He's 23 right now.
Yeah, he's still young too.
Oh, and speak of the devil.
Hopefully. Oh, duh.
Oof, and the game is no longer tied at 0. Swinging a drive from Torres.
Like I said, I
The other
really
way
been.
off Kopech utilizing that short right field porch.
I trust Kopech to get it down, but I really would have been fine for down. Would have gone one more inning.
Projected distance 354 feet.
It went over the fence. That's all that counts. Counts the same as anything.
Moncada's just hit what, like 397? The double off the wall.
Yeah, probably. It's like the longest part of the field.
Yeah.
So that's good for the Yankees. They can turn to their top arms in the bullpen to lock this game down now.
And the way the White Sox have been hitting, it don't seem too good.
Hey, but I wouldn't worry too much. You got, aside from after Mendick hits, it's going to be the top of the order for Chicago.
That's true.
Well, if the bats can wake up against the bullpen, that'd be great.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Kopech just left a fastball over the middle of the plate that Torres punished. It's only Torres' second home run of the year, which is surprising. Hasn't played enough games against Baltimore.
Yeah, that was pretty funny when Gary Thornton had just completely gave up and he was just so disappointed.
So that's only the second extra base hit of the game and only the 7th hit overall. So despite that one hiccup, it's been a very, very strong game from the pitching so far.
Yeah.
I'll say it again. I would have had Rodon go in the ring, even though it's a Yankees Park home run, but still.
Nice comeback there to Odor.
Yeah. Projected distance 345 feet. Home run in 1 of 30 ballparks, according to the Yankees broadcast.
It's ridiculous.
Those are great.
Yeah, this
yeah.
probably so that home run probably shuts the door on Kopech potentially going another inning, despite his pretty good results otherwise.
I would have ruled it out, but I
Yeah.
wouldn't be surprised if he gets placed.
The broadcast hasn't shown anybody warming up in the Chicago bullpen yet.
What are you non-Yankees fans? What are your thoughts on Sanchez? I'm curious.
I think he's. I'm not the biggest fan of him just because I like defense first catchers. I think for the most part, and he's just pretty terrible back there. Has only gotten worse. I mean, he was good in what was it, 2018, framing wise. But
He's sort of
as a
great.
hitter,
Yeah.
yeah. I think he's like a great DH. Like if they just want to play him there on more frequently, I think that's a better role for him, honestly. But yeah.
Yeah. I feel like I'm a bit of a believer, to be honest. I mean, there's only so much time you can give a player, but I don't know. I feel like there's just too much like just raw, I don't know, ability that is hard to give up on.
You saw that one good season out of him, and then ever since then he's been horrible behind the plate and just not really good offensively. So I understand.
Yeah, I don't think defense was really like ever in the picture. I mean, he has a good arm, but that can only do so much for you.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard not to be a fan of a catcher who's gonna get you 30 home runs. Like,
Right now, Sanchez, I think it's very complicated because obviously he has the potential to be great, and a lot of his struggles have been BABIP related, but it's tough, man. It's tough to give a catcher who's not good defensively and isn't producing offensively a lot of playing time, no matter his potential, especially in the win now situation the Yankees are in.
Yeah. Yeah, I think.
I
think you're right though with the situation that they're in.
Otherwise, though, because Higashioka, he can't hit either, but even though he's a good fielder.
Higashioka is he's hit a bit these last 2 years, but I would have to imagine that that's mostly due to just kind of the sample that we're getting.
Yeah.
But he does hit 2 home runs a game against the Blue Jays, so.
I forgot that it was Glasnow against the Blue Jays, and this is the second time they've got them.
Yeah. Jonathan Losiglia in for the Yankees, replacing Montgomery. Losiglia's been the best, indicating a 2.31 ERA so far. He's got a 23.3% carry and just a 4.4% walk rate for a 3.22 FIP, which is not bad at all considering where he was in previous years. FIP in the mid to upper fours.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's been a nice piece this year. He's been around for a little while, like up and
Yeah,
down,
he
too.
made his debut in 2018, but he's never gotten more than 32 innings in a season. It was mostly starts and a couple appearances out of the bullpen.
Yeah, the Yankees
His
bullpen
ground ball rate has skyrocketed 50%, 50.8% last year, 57.4% this year, which was probably a big reason behind the increased success.
Is Adam Eaton in for Mendick here?
Let me check. Yes.
I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah.
And he draws a walk. All right.
I'll take that leadoff walk.
Hey, Peyton, don't forget to update the hot mic standings.
Need a hit out of Anderson here, right, Jordan?
Yeah.
Sure.
I mean, if there's a White Sox you want to get a hit, I mean, Anderson's probably the best one.
Well, you had some money on it, didn't you?
A little bit.
Yeah. Forgot about that.
I don't really bet high. I always just bet like little bits. So it doesn't really hurt me when I lose bets. Really, I bet very little. I'm not really not breaking much of it to determine better really. So if I lose bets, I'm not going to fret about it. So
It's the way to be.
You get the sense that these next three batters are going to make or break the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
I mean, you
Yankees'
have-
control hasn't been too great. So obviously walking Eaton first.
Yeah.
what? That was a really
Yeah.
bad call.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
pretty tough.
That sinker was down. My God.
And Gary was just moving his glove all over the place. It wasn't even a good frame. He got pulled down.
It's called the perfect frame. There's no
Yeah.
way around.
Oh, he moved his glove when the ball was well into his glove. Are you kidding me?
It was.
Did the job.
He horribly received that ball. It was in his glove for like 2 seconds, at least. Don't get tossed, Tim.
Ooh, that changes things a lot.
Uh-oh.
Oh, that's big.
Did you
Ball
go
into
into
dirt.
Oh.
Eaton was able to advance.
Run, Eaton.
I was worried when he said that. I thought it was a double play.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah. If we don't score this thing, I'm really mad. Honestly,
Yeah. Yeah.
like we should at least get a couple sack flies.
If you waste a productive Adam Eaton out, you're really messing up.
The hypothesis.
I thought he was going to get the third. I thought he was going to get the third because Sanchez stood up there for about a second looking for the ball.
Yeah.
He was running.
I thought he would a lucky bounce say it and go in the third. Damn it!
Did he advance
Eaton got
there?
the third though. That's big.
You couldn't even move it. Oh, wait! He got the third. Nice.
Yeah, he went really
Yeah,
late.
productive out by TA.
I'll take that because seeing the ball hit the third, I'm surprised Eaton got the third, but he must have made the play once.
Yeah,
He made the play once the throw went that way.
Yeah,
He broke as soon as
He held up, but once he saw it, he broke. I mean, that's very good awareness by Eaton there. I'll take that. All well with
Looks like
Madrigal
there's
up.
an issue with his belt buckle now.
Not the guy you want when you need a fly ball.
Yeah, I just was about to say that, but might be able to bloop something. Might be able to drive something to like the short for part of the outfield.
Yeah.
Well, he's a home run hitter these days too. You got to remember that.
Yeah.
There really isn't a better option off the bench. I mean, you could have brought in Lamb, but I wouldn't really. I don't know where you'd put him, but you have to make a defensive replacement if you brought Lamb in. But
Garcia could go to second, and then
Yeah.
Hamilton could go to center.
is Hamilton in the game right now?
I don't think so.
Yeah, but I mean, as far as like I'm just thinking of hitters who could have came in. That's why I said Lamb.
Yeah,
but,
Hamilton's on the bench right now.
I don't think your odds are any better with Hamilton over Madrigal, anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. It's all just completely just so Lamb could come in for Madrigal. Well, Siggy is really pounding Madrigal inside
Yeah, and he's
with
pretty
that
swinging.
98, 99 mile per hour sinker.
Oof. It's not a good swing, Madrigal.
He's over 3 for the game. Hopefully he can bust out right here.
Yeah. And that costly, or I guess it wasn't costly, but that error, that could have been.
Yeah, because if he doesn't make that error, Rondon's pitch count's like 5-10 pitches.
It would have been.
lower.
It would be a 2-0 game instead of a 1-0 game. So could have been.
Man, it's not much, but it still
Oh,
worked.
wow.
Oh, what are you swinging at? Oh, it dropped in. Holy crap! How do you swing at that? My God!
Just absolute textbook Madrigal.
Jesus! How do you? He would barely touch the ball with his bat. My God!
Yeah, it was a half swing, and it still worked. Half swing
Look
with
at
a
this swing,
massive
like
kick.
Jesus!
No follow through either.
That is
messing around.
typical. That is typical Madrigal. My God!
Yeah.
Wow. That's incredible.
What a oh, God! I'll take it. Tie the game, please.
Yeah, I think that was the first pitch of the at-bat where...
You got Yon and Abreu up. You got a really good shot at maybe a nice bomb would be nice.
Yeah. Some extra base power for sure.
Two batters coming up with who you
What's
want.
interesting is that was the first pitch of the at-bat against Madrigal that Lucigia did not throw a fastball. It went off speed and it didn't work. Well, I say
There was a 56.6 exit velocity. 56.6 exit velocity.
99% of the time, that's a fine. Yeah.
Exit velocity on that hit was 56.6. Like, I couldn't
Unbelievable.
My God.
Rocket.
Oh my God.
Nice having Moncada, who's definitely the most patient player not named Yasmani Grandal on the White Sox up here with how wild Loiza's been.
Yeah, I got
Judge!
Oh,
We
what a...
talked earlier in the game about Madrigal being too aggressive. It came back to bite them.
Oh, wow.
He was too patient that time, and Judge threw him out at second.
Kind of looked like he deeped him a little bit there when the ball was in the air.
Yeah, I want to see this with Madrigal in view. Yeah, he definitely did. Madrigal, he paused and he made a break towards first before having to break it back.
Yeah.
I mean, that was a pretty bad. But I mean, I could see that. I mean, Judge should have possibly caught that ball, but
that changes the inning majorly. You could
Yeah.
have had one
Yeah,
out
that's pretty
runner on second, and now it's just 2 outs runner on first. I was about to make a comment about how this inning was starting to unravel for Losikia, but then you really got saved by Judge there. And that will end the inning. But man, really changes things in a major way. Game's all tied now. Going to the bottom of the 8th. Really interesting to see. They didn't show anybody warming up for the Sox, so it looks like Kopech's gonna
yeah, honestly, I'm not surprised. I mean,
go
as a
back
cheapie,
out.
that was a
2 strikeouts.
cheapie home run. So I'm not surprised if he's going off another inning or so. And I'm
Yeah.
not gonna complain with the move either. So
I don't think
comes
he's
up-
thrown out pitches really either. So
since we have a break, give me a second, guys. I'll be right back.
All right.
Curious to see when the Yankees decide to bring out Chapman.
Yeah, if they do.
Yeah,
their policy seems to generally have been in 5 games that he goes out for the 9th, which makes sense.
yeah.
Yeah, and I think most of their home extra inning games or games have been like this.
Well, see, let's see us the long. He got multiple innings like most of his. We'll check that. Am I wrong? Am I mixing it up with previous years played? No, he has 23 to 18 appearances. So yeah, Adam Eaton's now in right field. Luke, I got a question for you. Is Judge still overrated?
You know, I think I see a lot of Judge's play takes, which just seem way overblown. I think Judge, he has the ability to play with, just the variety that he can't really provide. Not being able to play a good game.
Yeah, I would consider that is a stretch, but
Yeah,
I might be so clear that any other it's top handle.
Coming after a pinch runner and pinch running for it. It's not easy for fast, but it's all the better defense for sure. Chapman is warming up.
Yeah, I believe during the Hoover hitter that gave him right, and he pretty minimal experience. Right? I think he's right. Prize. I guess
Franklin Frazier.
right.
or Wade Ford. With runner on first and no outs, with top of the line coming, I think it makes it a lot clearer that you do get Chapman up.
Definitely.
I think he's probably on for this side.
Interesting call having Marshall here, for the Sox. Or Hendrick.
Marshall over Hendricks. Marshall over Bummer, too. Has Bummer been used recently?
Bummer was used 3 days ago because we had an off day yesterday, and then the day before was only Giolito and Hendricks who pitched.
Did Kopech walk the first batter? I was in the bathroom.
No, Andujar
No,
got
he
like a
gave
flare
up
hit.
a
Okay.
little bloop to Andujar. Would you rather have Bummer or Marshall up in this moment?
Definitely Bummer. Yeah, I mean Marshall, he was good last year, but he's struggled so far this year, and Bummer's the guy that you want out there. I feel like he's your eighth inning guy ahead of Hendricks. I don't really see why Marshall's being used here instead of Bummer.
Maybe the handedness match up.
Yeah,
Because it's LeMahieu. Because after Gardner, it's LeMahieu, Voit, Judge.
that's true. I think historically those are our three hitters that tend to hit righties, possibly even better than lefties. But
Yeah,
I think
think
La
you're
Russa
right
just
now.
kind of cares about the handedness and doesn't
Yeah.
care about what they're actually doing.
Yeah. I mean, it does take a while for left-right splits to stabilize, so...
That's true.
Wade going... Oh! Pass ball by... it's not...
Dog.
It's not Sanchez. It's not Collins. It's...
Grandal came in.
Yes, Grandal. Yes, pass ball by Grandal. Tyler Wade, though, he wasn't able to get to third for some reason.
Looked like he got back to it pretty quick. Yeah.
So yeah, we're in scoring position now with no outs for the Yankees. I'm gonna be very interested to see if they go to Marshall after this at bat between Kopech and Gardner.
Yeah. Seems like Kopech's losing a bit of his velocity. I mean, still hitting 90, 95, 96, but wasn't the 98.
He was like 97, 98 when he first came in.
Yeah.
I know Kopech's got a good fastball slider combo, but how about outside of that?
Oh, I think you're still muted, Jordan. Yeah.
Sorry, his changeup is decent, but I don't think he uses as much as his fastball and slider.
Yeah, he throws his changeup and curveball much less frequently than his fastball's curveball and changeup are at a combined 13.6% this year. So
Slowing a bat at bat against Gardner right here.
mhm.
I believe he's pretty consistently at the top of the leaderboard of pitchers per at bat.
How did he get a bat on that pitch? Jeez.
Yeah.
Almost at his head.
Big foul by Gardner. Would have been fair if it would have been a home run if it had stayed straight. Unfortunately, just hooked too much.
I think all this
I just
game
saw
needs
it.
is another 340-foot home run.
Yeah.
I just saw that.
Why not 320 foot?
Why not? Yeah. If we're gonna push the limits, push them all the way.
Another foul ball.
How many?
Big moment there. Surprised that Wade stayed at third base.
Yeah.
Was it a ground out?
No.
Oh, whoa, jeez.
Gardner spanked the ball through the
Yeah, I just saw it.
third base shortstop hole.
You gotta pull Kopech here.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a good piece of hitting right there. So it's now the top of the order for the Yankees. 2 men on. No outs? Yeah, no outs. And here comes La Russa. Kopech's gone. It's now Evan Marshall's turn.
So you would have chose differently, other than you would have strayed away from Marshall here, White Sox fans.
Yeah.
Like I said multiple times, I think Rodon could have gotten one more inning. I don't understand why. What was his pitching, under 100 pitches?
I think he was at 94. I have to assume if he went back out there that the leash would be about as short as it could be, though.
Yeah, but I mean, I would have gone one more inning. I'm sorry. I know the homer was 345, but still, come on. I would have gone one more inning of him. But you can't get mad at the option he went to, though. That's the thing, though.
Yeah. But sometimes the dice just doesn't roll the way you want.
Yeah. Well, LeMahieu and Voigt haven't been good so far. 698 OPS for LeMahieu, 559 for Voigt. But Judge, he's gonna, unless there's a double play, he's gonna get a chance, and he's got a 966 OPS.
Yeah.
I believe Voigt's only been back for no more than a week
been
or
back
so.
for a few days, but he hasn't gotten off to a hot start.
Yeah. And I would think a lot of people would agree that in this spot, LeMahieu's not a bad guy to have look.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Sheesh. Good heads-up play by Anderson right there.
What a play. Wow.
Way to keep a run off the board.
Well, you guys are definitely getting my hopes up here. Oh. Nice play.
He didn't touch second, did he?
No, he didn't.
That's fine. He was trying to save a run.
And
Yeah,
he
he
did.
took care of the more important job.
Yeah.
If he would have gone to second, because Footer, he might have not been able to get it.
Yeah, because I mean, he
it
was.
looked like he was a few feet in front.
Yeah, he had to break.
If he would have stepped back, he would have lost time. He would have lost him. He was not. Yeah, he would not have gotten the out. Not good. And he ran out of the baseline, the idiot.
Yeah.
Big moment for Voigt here.
Big old swing there.
Yeah.
I like Voigt's.
Yankees
swing so much.
have
Just
thrown
so
10
violent.
runners out at home, apparently. It's the most in the MLB. Pretty impressive.
That's an interesting statistic.
Yeah.
Yeah. Marshall battled back from being down 2-0 against Voigt. He's even up the count now. Good stuff from him. Would have been very scary having to.
I just saw the foul off the foot.
Voigt.
I just saw the foul off the foot.
Yeah. Wow, and they turn it up.
Oh man.
My God.
That looks like it might have
go.
been.
Thanks for the good news, guys. Thank you so much for the good news.
Moncada.
That's brutal.
Sheesh.
Oh, nice play, yo. Nice catch.
Wow.
680 XBA on that. 680 XBA on that. Expected batting average was 680, 103 off the bat. That was a laser.
Yeah. Surprised Gardner got thrown out there.
So is Chapman going to come in here?
I think that's what they've rolled with all year in these situations.
Well, it looks like we're not going to score here. Let's just pray for extras.
Oh, we're going to get one of those shaking head homers. Altuve homer.
Up for the Sox. It would be Mercedes, Garcia, and Vaughn against Chapman.
I would take a Yermin bomb here big time.
Yeah.
Garcia against Chapman is going to be interesting.
Battle of the century.
Yeah.
Cal, you said you had seen Chapman up anyways, right?
Yeah, he was up. Yeah. He was the only one up in the Yankees bullpen, so it's got to be him.
And there
they're
he
not
is.
going to have not going to send Lissiggy out. And yeah, it is Chapman. It came up on the box score right here. So it's going to be Chapman in for the top of the ninth.
Oh, they did put him in left.
Yeah, Tyler Wade in left field. 36 strikeouts in like 17 innings for.
He's 0 ERA right now. I haven't not been
Yeah.
following Chapman. I have not been following Chapman at all this year. That is ridiculous. That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Sport
He's been
that's
pretty good as ever.
He's implemented a splitter changeup thing, and it's been pretty good so far.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shows how much I'm following.
101 on the gun to Mercedes in the first at bat.
I can't remember if it was. I think it was a couple days ago, but he closed out the game at 103, and I don't think we've seen 103 in a while.
Yeah, his velocity was down to like the 99s like a year or two ago. It's always an experience watching Chapman pitch.
Oh yeah.
That's how he can just gun it.
Kind of terrifying. Have you guys been to a Yankee game by chance?
I have.
I never.
Yeah,
I've been
when
to.
I've
been to New York a couple times, but I've never been inside Yankee Stadium yet.
Okay. Yeah, whenever he comes in the game, they just like every screen in the stadium, just they have like fire on it, and it's a pretty terrifying experience.
Or is it basically like a fire
down
graphic?
3-1
Yeah, just like kind of like on
now.
every screen, like that you can see. It's pretty weird.
Ooh,
Fitting, though, I think.
that would be bad if you had to run around base and that got by.
Yeah. Velocity's been good, but he's gotten behind the count here.
Yeah.
Still 3-1.
Walked him.
Yeah.
Take it.
That's big. Anyone on base against Chapman is.
But I mean, Garcia and Vaughn aren't the most intimidating hitters, even though Vaughn, he raked in the minors, hasn't done so too much in the bigs. They're using Hamilton as a pinch runner now. Pinch running for Mercedes.
Not a bad choice, honestly.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if we saw a sack bunt here. Leary tends to
sack bunting against Chapman. That's something I never want to have to do.
Yeah, that's quite the prospect there.
Yeah, that's what
Chapman is pretty long to home plate too.
That's true. Yeah.
It's like
Wouldn't be surprised.
top 10.
I think Hamilton can spike. I think Hamilton will be able to spike the bag pretty easily.
105 over to first base.
Well, fellow teammate of Chapman, he knows how he moves. Back in his Reds days.
Hamilton has 300 career steals, 309. He would have been in like the 100s or 200s. Just
that number was a lot higher than I would have thought too.
He stole a ton of bases for the Reds in his career, than the Royals do.
I always liked playing with the Reds just because of Hamilton. They had a lot of speedsters in the old the shows in 2K games.
There it is. Uh-oh.
Oh, wow.
That's a problem.
Wow. Wow.
Oh,
Absolutely.
safe.
not what
Oh,
Chapman-
I'll take. Wow, that was a horrible play by Chapman. My
Yeah,
God,
we got ourselves a pretty messy game here.
he fell over. Fell over twice.
Jeez. I thought that throw might be off too, but
Thankfully,
we
it
got that there.
wasn't for the Yankees.
What a horrible play on that bunt.
Hate to see it.
He's like, look at
So
this.
now it's Vaughn up with no outs and 2 on.
Pass ball
And
here would
the
be
bottom
big.
of the order for the
This
White
drive-
Sox has actually improved
this-
as they pinch hit because that's Grandal and Eaton instead of Collins and Mendick.
Just drive the ball to right field and get the guy to third base. All I want you to see him do right here. Because Hamilton will get the third easily if he hits him up in the right field. I think he'll be able to test Judge's arm. It's up on the left. You can't.
Someone is warming up in the White Sox bullpen. They haven't shown who yet. I just caught him in the background of a shot.
I think that was Hendricks.
Yeah, I mean, it's got to be, doesn't it?
Yeah, I could tell by the leg kick. Yeah, it's Hendricks. I could tell by the leg kick. Come on, Callie. You should be able to recognize that pretty easily.
I didn't want to make assumptions. I only saw that there was someone up in the pen. I only saw the jersey color. I didn't see emotion.
I just think you would know who it was.
Yeah.
Come on. But I looked at the
I
leg
should've.
kick, and then I saw the leg kick, and then I saw the head come up above the bar of the cage there. And I'm like, yeah, that's Hendricks.
Arm sleeve gave it away for me, but
Yep, and now it's a dead giveaway now, even more.
Yeah,
They're
'cause
showing
they
him in.
showed him.
Yep. Well, I just got to that point.
That's not what the White Sox want. Triple play? They get the triple play? Wow.
oh my God, you're
Are
kidding.
you kidding me?
No.
Wow. Oh my goodness. That's something.
It's ridiculous.
Holy crap!
5,
Sure he's
6,
not-
3 triple play.
Are you sure he's not safe at first?
Yeah, he was out.
Oh
Yeah, I
my
don't think-
God!
Wow.
What?
No,
What
5,
the?
5, 4, 3 triple play.
What the heck was that?
Wow. And just like that, what could have been was a pretty massive scoring chance for the White Sox just evaporates.
That's pretty wild.
Well, I didn't go into that inning expecting any runs, but disappointed
Yeah,
to
That just
see
wasn't
that.
the manner in which you expected
You
that.
didn't.
Yeah.
You didn't give away an out with a bunt, and then that happens.
Yeah. You got a gift with Chapman messing up the sack bunt, but you can't capitalize because they turn an incredible triple play. Wow. That's crazy.
So do you guys think Hendricks is the go here now?
It's
then?
gotta be
Okay.
because
For sure.
they're not gonna have Marshall go. Marshall threw how many pitches?
Right.
Marshall threw only threw 6 pitches actually.
Hendricks, so they might want to
Yeah.
save him. They might want to save him.
If they're bringing him in, I would think
But,
it's probably
but
just
why
getting
would
a clean in.
why would they leave him in to face Judge? It's gonna.
It's the Rusa.
That's true.
I mean, I'll say he was. Like I said, hey, he's been better here and there, but you don't know what he's gonna do sometimes. I mean, didn't he leave Ruiz to face Trout in that Angel series, Luke?
Yeah, he almost did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you make this play? Oh my god, that was like a close play at first, honestly, but I'll give it to them.
Yeah.
Okay, Hendricks is in. Oh, what?
No, that's
see.
Marshall.
No, I saw the freaking stat line pop up,
It's
and I'm like,
still
what the hell?
Why is
Wow.
Marshall in? This
The
makes no sense.
stat line popped up, and there's freaking Marshall.
Yeah, I'm getting that too now. They have the stats for Liam Hendricks up, but it's still Evan Marshall.
See,
There have been a couple of broadcast errors tonight. I noticed they had like Rodon's pitch count up for Kopech for a bit.
yeah, they had. I saw there was no count up, and it went from 0-0 to 1-1. So I've seen that.
Yeah.
I guess they assumed that Liam was coming in, so they put it up there on
Yeah, I would
purpose.
too. Because it's the Yankees' best hitter. You want your best pitcher to face your best hitter.
Yeah.
And Hendricks is your best pitcher for the situation.
You'd think they'd want, if they had any intent of bringing him in, they would just give him a clean inning.
Yeah. Here we go. Have to get my computer charger. Not good for Marshall getting behind Judge right now.
Yeah, if he walks him, he's got to pull him.
Looks like they got the count wrong,
I think
too.
you have to pull Marshall after this batter no matter what.
Fair. But a walk, sure. You have to do it.
Oh.
Judge has been big this game, even though he hasn't done much offensively. He had that big throw to get Madrigal.
Yeah.
The 7th or 8th.
He had a nice play up against the wall too early in the game.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh! And Judge gets on with a hit up the middle. Impressive. Good piece of hitting right there.
I mean, it's just unbelievable that Marshall
Yeah.
is even in that situation. I mean, if he leaves the man, I mean,
surprised by that.
You got to get him out of the game, please.
I would be stunned if they leave him in. And it looks like they are. Jeez.
I mean, this is just unbelievable.
This is the 1980s managing Larissa is used to, only using your closer when you have a lead. Jeez. Amazing. Wow. It's not like Marshall has even been good. His control's been bad his entire outing.
Yeah. No, I mean, he got incredibly lucky with the plays by TA and Moncada. He's not.
Yeah.
I don't think he has a strikeout.
That was quite
Kopech's,
the
outing.
the series of events there with those plays and then a triple play.
Yeah, I mean, this has been the craziest couple innings, other than maybe the Dodgers Padres game from earlier this year that I've watched.
Hey, let's see if Urshela can come up big a second time in the same inning. he does get a hit down.
I mean,
But man, they got lucky.
Are you kidding
Judge
me?
stayed at first.
Tony, what are you doing?
like
Good
at
old
some point, you just have to
TLR.
recognize that.
Is Marshall still hanging around?
I don't know.
Tony,
Looks
what
like
are you
maybe.
doing? Get him out of the game.
Jeez. And you were just complimenting his bullpen management earlier this stream.
Like I said, outside of tonight, it's been better. I mean, the game we lost to the Twins was kind of weird when Bummer came in, but it's been better. I mean,
Is
I'm
this
not
going to be
saying-
it? Bond with the throw home? No. Judge scores. Yankees walk it off.
What a
It's very anticlimactic when I can't see it yet.
great.
Wow. That was a pretty wonky game there.
It was a competitive throw by Vaughn. It was just a little too far to the left of the plate.
Yeah.
So man, what a ninth inning for the Yankees.
Yeah, really.
During that triple play to keep the White Sox off the board, keep the game tied, and then walking it off in the bottom of the ninth.
Torres with the home run and the walk off too. Big night for him.
Big game for him. Yeah.
yeah.
So that's going to be it for us. I know that this isn't going to be the only stream DD runs this weekend. Let me just check to see our schedule. So and I think we're going to have another. It's all for this team tonight. I think we're going to have one more stream today. Dodgers at San Francisco coming up.
I am too, Pete, and I am angry too, Pete. Thank you. I saw that coming.
Yeah. So I think after this stream, our fellow DD co-workers are gonna stream the Dodgers-Giants game, and then on Sunday it's going to be another Hughes game, and that's gonna be me and I think it's gonna be you again, Jordan, and then
I'll probably be on again.
Yeah, it's gonna be me, Jordan, and our good coworker Al Horwath.
I may or not be on Sunday. We'll see, but I'll let them know. I'll let Peyton know if I don't do that one. So
Yeah. So we hope to see you guys again soon.
Yeah, it's been fun.
Great being here. Yeah.
Yeah. Well,